Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Today, my man Dan has something that I've actually never seen before. An SV Yonex in a 95. Stay tuned. My man Dan, what you got for me today?
Well, Harry, you know, it's interesting. I wanted to try the VCORE 95, the current one, which I bought, and I didn't quite connect with it. It needed more stability in the head. It needed more power. So I ended up putting weight on the top, on the sides. You know, it was a little soft. I just couldn't get it to work. I got it kind of close with the weight, with the right string. I did kind of a champion choice type, you know, gut poly string job, and it was kind of okay. Very small sweet spot, very hard to get a good strike off of it. Very advanced racket, I suppose, but it didn't have enough mass. So I got kind of curious about the earlier ones, because I know you talked about the second generation, the all red one that people loved. And so I actually haven't hit with that one, but I was curious about this one. This is the racket before the red one. This is the first gen, the SV95. I think this is 2016.
Yes,
if I recall. I didn't know what the SV stand for. I thought it stood for Shapovalov or Sharapova, but it means spin vortex. And this particular racket, I was really impressed with. It's much stiffer, it's crisper, it's got more mass in the top. It did what I would have expected the new one to do. And I think what happens when they develop these rackets is they come out and they say, oh, we're going to give it more feel, we're going to give it more touch, you know, and they make them softer and softer and softer to the point where you just can't get anything out of them. So this is a really fun racket. I've been really impressed with it as the string is settling in. It's getting better and better. So I actually bought this brand new off of eBay. It wasn't a cheap deal, but it wasn't horrible. I think it was under 200 for a brand new racket. You know, so that's not terrible. But you never know what you're going to get, and most of the time you're not going to be happy. This time I was impressed, and it looks good.
See, it's a 95. It's an SV. Yonex. This is Yonex's spin line. So, but it's in a 95, so it's kind of a player's spin racket. We love that red version that was kind of a matte finish. And then after that, they kind of started tweaking things and thinning out the top. And, you know, we didn't love it as much. It wasn't as solid. It wasn't as stiff. So we were going back a generation or so now, in which I've never seen one of these or tried one of these.
And I didn't know that when I got it. If I had known that when I got it, I would have bought two and given him one. But I've never seen anything that he's never seen. So that's just pure coincidence there.
Yeah, no, the 98 and 100 are way more common. Like literally, this is the first time I've ever laid eyes on a 95.
You'd never know this is a 95 when you hit with it.
No, I assumed it was a 98.
It looks bigger. It feels bigger. It has a big sweet spot, so you can hold it again.
All right.
I'm not supposed to grab rackets.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go ahead with it.
Let's go ahead with it.
Cool.
Okay. All right, my man Dan bought this particular racket on where?
eBay.
eBay.
Brand new.
Brand new.
In fact, the cover's still on the grip.
Oh yeah.
I never even took the cover off.
This thing's got to be, you were saying 2016, maybe a little earlier, huh?
I think it's 16.
See, I've never seen a 95 like I was saying. It played amazing. Like, I thought the red VCORE 95 from like 18 played the best, but there's some magic to this racket. When I struck this, it did not feel like a 95 at all. It felt firm. It was, I say it was harsh on the ball. Like, it took over the ball and basically hammered it through. I love the solid feel of this racket.
Got a nice sweet spot.
Oh my gosh. I used to have a racket like this way back in the day. I mean, we're talking like 20 years ago that Yonex actually made too. And it was red. So I wonder if it has any similarities. They used to make a 90 version of this.
Wow.
But you said you had magic with this.
So there's probably 3 or 4 rackets I've ever hit with that do some special things that you don't actually expect. So usually on the outer limits of your reach, or you're stretching for a backhand and you barely get to it and you just flick your wrist. This thing like launched stuff back over as putaways that I didn't even think I was going to get to. And that's a kind of a sign for me that there's something magic in there.
Yeah, I could definitely see a little.
But it's not me.
We always going to credit the racket.
I give it I definitely, because I play with a lot of rackets. And some, people say, practice your strokes, take some lessons. That's all true. But a good racket you will play better with a good racket. And if you feel like your racket, there's something wrong, it may be something wrong, because I'll pull out 12 rackets at a time, and some rackets I can't hit with at all.
There ain't nothing wrong with this racket, though.
No.
So, guys, this is the same spec as the later versions. It's a 310 unstrung, about 10.9 ounces. Definitely some. I feel a little Regna in here.
Is that an 18 by 20?
I think it's a 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay,
16.
16
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 16,
okay.
20.
16, 20. There
Got
you
that
go.
extra cross in there.
Yeah.
But it's an open string pattern,
It's
though.
pretty
as you
open.
can see.
Yeah, it gets a lot of spin.
It's nicely spread out.
Yeah. Power, spin, control.
So I'm going to be looking for this racket in the thrift stores now.
Yeah, good luck.
I'll bet there aren't many of these around in general anyways. So
yeah, they were all pretty pricey on eBay. There wasn't anything
Really?
under 200. But again, this one was brand new, and I did I tried, instead of buy it now, I threw in a bid that was lower than asking price, and they accepted it like right away.
Okay.
So there you go.
Well, I mean, not that many people know about it. So
Right.
now you do. Now we do. VCORE. Okay.
SV.
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 95.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Wait, hold on.
You can hold on to that.
My man Dan, thank you as always for
Hey,
all
man.
these discoveries.
Enjoy trying to find something you've never seen.
Yes, for sure. Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Most people, they quit tennis because, it's hard to find somebody to play with, right? I just feel so lucky to have my buddy Coach Rob, that we have so much in common. We're both kind of follically impaired. Ain't that right, Coach Rob?
Us follically challenged friends have to hit together.
Yes. So I have Coach Rob. If you guys need a friend and you're follically impaired or are a bearded one and looking for your bearded mate, right? Check out Player Court. They have people that look like you, play like you, maybe act like you. Check out their site. It's playercourt.com. Your tennis buddy can teach you how to twirl.
Hopefully
You'll get
better
it
than that.
someday.
Hopefully better than that. We'll have to keep practicing here.